Well, hello my friends on YouTube. The coffee is ready, and although this is hot as hell outside, I'm gonna try to have a little coffee and a little review. And today's knife is gonna be the Ganzo Firebird 762, a new knife from Ganzo, and a very nice knife at that. But let's get into it. Let's have a look at the blade. As you might see, even with my accused of large hands, this is a little smaller knife. Still a lot of Ganzo's, should we say, qualities, or at least what I feel that they have in all their knives, but a little bit smaller and definitely lighter, and I'll get into that. But of course you can see why it might be a bit lighter if you look at the handle. I moved this a bit forward in the reviewing queue because this is a great knife, and because it is one of the few new knives from Ganzo. It is, as far as I've seen, they have the 762, this one, and the 763. If I can find a decent picture, I'll put it in for you right here somewhere. And I thought it would be interesting to see the new things from them. And what I can say, both this and the other one, 763, is that they seem to be very original designs. If we look at the blade of this one, the usual Ganzo steel 440C, decent budget steel. Nothing more and nothing less, and of course it comes with the price, which would be around $20–25, and this is of course one that you can get on GearBest among others. It is the usual drop-on blade, more or less usual, and a bit stabby looking in this case, and not that long, which is actually quite nice. As I said, a little bit of a smallish knife for Ganzo, but I'll put the measurement in the video, some text somewhere in the picture for you to watch. And of course, looking at further at the blade, no jimping on top, and thumb stud opening we can see. A bit of a sharpening choil down here. I'll just get it into focus, which is a nice thing, not a finger choil, but at least a sharpening choil. And looking at the handle, we have the G-lock, as they call it, the axis lock, and I can tell you on this one it is dialed in even more nicely than most of the recent Firebird Ganzos. Which means that it is very smooth and nice, and very easy to close. No issue there. The first of the Ganzo G-locks was a bit tight, and it could be modified a little bit with loosening the Omega spring, which is sitting behind this lock here inside the knife, but that was not the best, since you have to take the knife apart. Not everyone is comfortable doing that. And of course we have a very ordinary pivot screw with the Torx 8 hole in it, for a Torx 8-bit, and as you can see, the whole handle is drilled 3 holes, which gives it a bit of a, it gives it a bit of a design feature, design edge, which looks kind of nice. G10, and the holes, of course, also gives it a bit less weight, and I think it would be appropriate to put in the weight somewhere in the picture right about now. And we see at the back an orange sort of a, I wouldn't call it it's a G10 backspacer with a lanyard hole. I wouldn't use this for breaking windows, but it is orange and it stands out very nicely against the black, as you can see on the back side here. A very nice design feature, at least if you're into this orange kind of color. I would have preferred blue, but then again I have blue as my favorite color, so that's just the way it is. Turning it around, see the pocket clip, not that deep carry, but reasonably deep, and room for quite a lot of material. And these as many knives, these stupid round-headed screws, I'll just let me get focus, that actually steals quite a lot of space back there. But Ganzo are not the only ones doing this, and I don't understand why you don't what do we call it, recess the screws. It makes no sense, but as I said, Ganzo are not the only ones doing this. And of course the holes are here on the on the clip side of the handle as well, taking off a bit of weight, and otherwise looks very similar. Of course the axis or G-lock and the pivot screw here mirrored on from the other side. Action false shut. This is on ball bearings, and it fires out if I just give it a little bit of force, and it really is a false shutty. Not in that it drops freely, but you can feel the ball bearings all the way, just giving it a bit of a, yeah, what do we call it, not pneumatic, well, you can feel the ball bearings anyway. So why did I move this up in the queue? Well, because actually I found it to be a very nice knife. I carried it on reasonably a lot more than I thought I would. It has a very nice size for me. It could perhaps for some be even smaller, but compared to other Ganzos, this is a little bit more refined, a little smaller, a little lighter, and comes with a carbon fiber handle as well, if you're so inclined. And otherwise, that's most of it is the sort of the Ganzo Firebird quality. Not much to say about that. The ergonomics are very nice, and even the clip is not really a hot spot. I can hold it in both reverse and normal grip. Even draw cut is quite nice. Comes reasonably sharp out of the box, not the sharpest I've ever encountered, but not dull by any means, by any way. And yeah, the 440C steel at least makes it easy to sharpen or strop if you're so inclined, and of course you will be if you use it extensively. No one wants a dull knife, I guess. So I got this, and it actually moved itself a bit ahead in the reviewing queue, because it is absolutely a very nice knife, and I love it much more than I expected. Really a good 2018 bid from Ganzo. Not that many to choose from, actually only this one and the 763, but that's not a bad offer anyway. And I can tell you, I like it quite much, and I feel that I can definitely recommend it. No real issue with this. With this, I have to say that I'm sorry for the inconsistent uploads these days. It's been a lot of work and a lot of heat, and I just couldn't take it. I just wanted to take a rest or do something with my evenings, just sit in front of my fan and get some cool, so it didn't get to be so many I didn't get to make so many videos, but I hope I'll be more consistent. I can't promise, but I hope so. And with this, have a nice day, evening, whatever it is in your country. Bye bye.